All right. So everybody's talking about it, right?
Mhm.
AI replacing humans, like it's this big scary thing. But, instead of freaking out, let's actually like get into it, talk to some experts, see what they have to say.
Right, exactly.
That's what we do here on the Deep Dive. So today we're going to be looking at a discussion between Dr. Elena Carter, who's an AI ethics specialist, and Marcus Reed, who's like a total AI engineer guru guy.
Yeah, he's like super into AI.
Yeah, and they do this podcast called Future Horizons, and they were looking at like what happens as AI, starts doing more and more things that humans used to do.
Yeah, like, I mean, you see it everywhere now, right? Like ChatGPT writing articles and AI driving cars and stuff. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's definitely catching everybody's attention. So
But the thing is, like, from what we're seeing in the research is it's not so much about AI, like, totally taking over for humans yet,
right,
It's more about how AI is, like, changing how we work.
gotcha. So not like robot doctors doing surgery quite yet.
Not yet, no. I mean, right now, AI is mostly, like, a really powerful tool. It's more about like helping people do their jobs better, not like replacing them entirely.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like in healthcare, for example, AI can analyze tons of data to help doctors make better diagnoses.
Oh, wow.
But it's not like making those decisions on its own,
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So, okay, but what about like the future of work? Like what jobs are actually most likely to see AI like really taking over?
Yeah, that's the $1 million question, right? Like everyone wants to know.
Right.
Well, based on the research, it seems like jobs that are like really repetitive, predictable, those are the ones that are most likely to get automated. Like think about like cashiers, truck drivers, even some jobs in finance.
Oh, wow. So those jobs could like actually disappear.
Well, it's not necessarily that they'll just vanish overnight. It's more like the whole job landscape is going to shift,
Yeah.
So like people are going to need to adapt
Yeah.
by like focusing on skills that are like uniquely human, you
Right.
know? Like creativity and critical thinking and emotional intelligence stuff that AI hasn't really figured out yet.
Yeah, like being human.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. So basically investing in training and like learning new skills is going to be super important to like survive in this new job market.
Oh, absolutely. The experts we looked at, they all agree like people need to be proactive about upskilling and reskilling,
Yeah.
to stay relevant.
Yeah.
Like they say it might even mean like lifeline learning,
Oh, wow.
and seeking out opportunities to develop skills that like work with AI, not against it.
Right. Complement AI.
Exactly.
Okay. So that brings up another like big question though.
Mm-hmm.
What happens to the people whose jobs like do get automated?
Right.
Like, could this actually make inequality worse?
Yeah, that's a huge concern. And the experts we looked at, they bring up this possibility of wealth just getting concentrated in the hands of like a tiny few if the benefits of AI aren't shared fairly.
Oh, wow.
And they actually suggest things like universal basic income as a way to deal with that, potential economic disparity.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So like making sure everyone benefits from AI.
Exactly.
Okay. And like, while we're kind of making up the rules as we go along here, what about like the legal side of things?
Oh, yeah.
Like who's responsible when a self-driving car crashes?
Yeah. That's a really good question. And our sources, they point out that we're still in like totally uncharted territory legally when it comes to AI,
Right.
There's a lot of gray areas about like accountability and liability, especially with these autonomous systems.
Yeah.
Like who's to blame? The owner, the manufacturer, the programmer,
Oh, wow.
That's still being debated.
So it sounds like AI is this like incredibly powerful force, that's changing everything, and we're still trying to like wrap our heads around it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily about some like dystopian future where robots rule everything.
Right.
It's more about like really understanding both the good and the bad of AI,
Mhm.
So we can create a future where AI is actually working for everyone.
That's the key. Okay, so that brings us to like a really interesting thought for you guys listening.
Okay.
What if AI could do like all the boring everyday tasks in your life,
Right.
and that freed up all your time and energy?
What would you do?
What would you focus on? What potential could you unlock?
It's pretty mind-blowing.
It really is something to think about, especially as AI keeps evolving and, keeps changing the world around us.
Yeah, for sure. Food for thought.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, on that note,
Thanks for listening, everybody.
we'll catch you next time for another deep dive.
See ya.
Bye ya.